Steve Jobs, February 24, 1955, October 5, 2011. American inventor and entrepreneur, co-founder of Apple, former CEO of Apple. Macintosh, iPhone and other products created by Jobs. It successively opened the era of graphical interface PC and mobile internet. The latter also changed the concept of smartphones. iPod changed the way people listen to music. Steve Jobs' focus on personal computers, cell phones, tablets, digital publishing and other industries, as well as global communications, changes in entertainment and lifestyle have far-reaching consequences. Steve Jobs was a genius who changed the world. With his keen sense of touch and extraordinary wisdom, be brave in change, continue to innovate, and lead global information technology and the trend of electronic products, turning computers and electronic products into continuously becoming simplified and civilianized. Let electronic products that were once expensive and rare become part of modern life. Don't deceive others, because you can deceive people. They are all people who believe in you. I follow my intuition and curiosity. Many things I encountered. It has since proven to be an invaluable asset. Please follow your inner voice. They kind of know what you want to be. Everything else comes second. You want to spend the rest of your life selling sugar water. Still want a chance to change the world. During the first 30 years of your life, you develop habits. In the last 30 years of your life, your habits define you. The thirst for knowledge is as great as the ignorance. Having a beginner's mind is a great thing. Default text if you can bypass experience. There will be innovations. Your time is limited, so don't live for others. Don't waste your time walking on other people's paths. Don't waste it repeating someone else's life. Don't be limited by dogma. Don't live in other people's opinions. Don't let other people's opinions influence your inner voice. The most important thing is to have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Only your own heart and intuition know your own true thoughts. Everything else is secondary. The only thing you have to do is make the most of your characteristics. Leave your opponents far behind. Ordinary artists imitate other people's works. Great artists steal inspiration from others. Remember, you are going to die soon, is the most important motto I have encountered in my life. It helps me point out important choices in life, because almost everything, including all honors, all pride, all the fear of failure, these will disappear in the face of death. What I saw was the really important stuff left behind. You sometimes think you're going to lose something. Remember, you're about to die is what I know. The best way to avoid these thoughts is to avoid them. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your inner voice. Great art doesn't have to follow trends. He is a trendsetter in his own right. I'm willing to use all my technology in exchange for an afternoon with Socrates. The purpose of living is to change the world. Are there any other reasons? Only people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world. Only then can we truly change the world. People who are crazy enough to think they can change the world. I firmly believe that what separates success from failure is the difference is sheer grit. The most important decision in life is not what you do. It's what you don't do. The choice of life determines everything. The person who most wants to reach heaven right now. Nor do I want to reach heaven through death. The process is the reward. Focus and simplicity, that's my secret. Simple is more difficult than complex. You have to work hard to make your thoughts clear and clear. Make it simple. To the end, you'll find it's worth doing. Because once you make it simple, you can move mountains. Making mistakes is not the same as making mistakes. There has never been a successful person who has never failed or made mistakes. On the contrary, successful people always make mistakes. Make corrections so you won't make the same mistake next time. They see mistakes as a warning, rather than inevitable failure. Never making a mistake means never truly living. What is shown on TV is not real life. In real life, everyone has to leave the cafe and go to work. We think that when watching TV, the human brain basically stops working. When you turn on your computer, the brain just starts functioning. In the past decade, a large number of theoretical studies have shown that television is harmful to the human spirit and mind. Most TV viewers know this bad habit. It wastes time and dulls the brain, but they still choose to stay in front of the TV. Turn off the TV and save yourself some brain cells. Computers can also amuse your brain. If you don't believe it, go and talk to those who spend 8 hours a day play first-person shooter games, car rally games. Let's talk to people who play role-playing games. You will also come to this conclusion. If you are very busy, except you are really important, the more likely reasons are, you are weak, you have nothing better to do. Your life is so bad that you have to work hard to make up for it. Or you pretend to be busy. Make yourself appear important. He lies not because it is in his interest. He lies because it's his nature. You have to find what you love and watch for it. The only way to achieve great things is to love what you do. If you haven't found a career you love yet, keep looking and don't give up. Follow your heart and you will find it one day. I condense this statement to do what I love. Find someone who can bring meaning to your life. Value and a career that makes you feel fulfilled. Having a sense of mission and purpose can bring meaning to life, value and enrichment. Not only is this good for your health and longevity, and you'll feel good even when you're in trouble. On every Monday morning, can you get up quickly and look forward to the workday? If not, then you have to search again. You will feel if you have really found it. The difference between leaders and followers is innovation. Innovation has no limits. As long as you dare to think, nothing is impossible. Just think outside the box now. If you are in a rising industry, then try to find a more efficient solution. It also attracts consumers to prefer a simpler business model. If you're in a shrinking industry, so hurry up and get out before you become unable to keep up with the times. Get a new job or switch industries. Don't delay. Start innovating now. Where does freedom come from? From self-confidence. And self-confidence comes from self-discipline. Learn to restrain yourself first. Control your life with a strict schedule. Only in this kind of self-discipline can we continuously hone our self-confidence. Confidence is the ability to control things. If you can't even control the most basic time, what about confidence? Innovation comes from saying no to 1,000 things. Only in this way can we ensure that we do not go astray or that our hard work is in vain. We are always thinking about what new markets we can enter. But only if you learn to say no, you can focus on the things that really matter. If you accomplish something brilliantly, then you should do some other exciting things. Don't dwell on the previous thing for too long. Think about what to do next. If you do something and it turns out great, then you should quickly choose to do something else. Never focus on good things for too long. Instead, keep looking for your next goal. Can you become the richest person in the cemetery? It doesn't matter to me. The important thing is, when I go to bed at night, I can say, we accomplished some wonderful things today. You can't just ask customers what they want. Then think of something to do for them, waiting for you to make it. They already have a new love. Imagine what it feels like to surf at the front of a wave. It must be very exciting and exciting. Then imagine learning to swim with a dog paddle at the end of the wave. Not interesting at all. You cannot connect the dots of life with full foresight. Only when you look back, only then will you discover the connections between these bits and pieces. You have to believe that what you experience now will connect you in your future life. You have to believe in something, your intuition, destiny. Life, destiny. It is this faith that keeps me from losing hope. It made all the difference in my life. Many people ask this. I want to start a company. What should I do? And the first question I asked was, what are you passionate about? What do you want to do as a company? Most of them laughed and said, I don't know. My advice to them is, find a job to keep yourself busy. Until you find the answer, you have to be passionate about your ideas. There is a strong sense of willingness to risk it. You can't do too many things in this life. So everything must be done wonderfully. Your time is limited, so don't live it for other people. Don't be limited by dogma. Don't live in other people's opinions. Don't let other people's opinions influence your inner voice. The most important is, be brave enough to follow your heart and intuition. Only your own heart and intuition know your true thoughts. Everything else is secondary. You can come from humble beginnings, but it must be outstanding. Even if you alienate everyone, I am destined to start all over again. The most charming plot is not coming from behind, but the return of the king. The greatest battle is not a peak showdown, but seeking defeat alone. The most perfect curtain call is not to retreat bravely, but to end suddenly. Sometimes, life hits you over the head with bricks. Don't lose faith. You have to find your favorite. This is true at work. And it is also true with life partners. Your work will take up a large part of your life. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do work that you believe is great, and the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found these things yet, keep looking. Don't stop. Asceticism and minimalism make people more sensitive. Scarcity, abundance, and self-discipline produces joy. To understand a truth that most people don't know, everything must be reversed. Many companies choose to downsize. That might be right for them. We chose another path. Our belief is, if we continue to bring great products to them, they will continue to open their wallets. I look in the mirror every morning and ask myself, if today were the end of the world, would I still do what I set out to do? If for a week in a row my answer was no, it's time to change something. In most people's vocabulary, design means surface decoration. It's actually interior decoration. It's the fabric for the sofa curtains. But to me, nothing can be more profound than the meaning of design. Design is the end of self-expression using products, or the successive outer layers of service to the fundamental soul of artificial creation. Remember that you will always die is all I know. The best way to avoid falling into the mood of always being disappointed in life. Because when you have no worries, you will have nothing to worry about.